What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cash, aka Dollars, coming to you live from the living room for the 38th time for the Make It Make Sense podcast. Here with G's.
Follow me, don't follow me.
How y'all doing? Feeling? Like how you guys?
Doing good.
Doing good. Christmas is almost over.
Everybody enjoying the holidays?
Yeah.
I hope all of our listeners are too. Enjoying your Thanksgiving and your Christmas and all of that good stuff with your family, whether you love them or hate them, if you're spending them with them or not.
Hopefully y'all all getting y'all packages too, because you know them thieves is out.
Oh yeah, it's thieving season. We was just going over a story about that. Not for podcast ears on the show, but we was just talking about that. That's rough. Before I get in, I wanted to give us the show a shout out. But before I do that, I want to let you guys know where you can find the show. As always, we on Spotify, Apple, Google, if it's still around, iHeart as well. So make sure you guys stream it, like, comment, all that good stuff that helps with the algorithm. Leave us a comment, questions. I do drop the email now. It's in the show description, so you guys can send us an email with your questions or whatever, if that's what you prefer to do. And we're working on setting up the calling line. That is something I want to do, so make sure you guys do that. Yeah, word, right? It's a work in progress. And then I want to give a special shout out to us for coming in and recording as many times as we did for the year. So I want to thank you guys. And Tuso, Hand in Hand, everybody that came in. So shout out to them. Okay. And then, of course, the biggest shout out goes to the listeners and the supporters. Let's give a big round of applause to them. We talk a lot of shit sometimes, but I think they actually do like us. So some quick numbers for y'all. At this time last year, Facebook Memories, that actually served some purpose. So it popped up.
For once.
Yeah, right? At this time last year, when we started year one of the show, we were the top podcast for 21 fans, the top 5 for 27 fans, and in the top 10 for 29 fans. This year at this time, we're the number 1 podcast for 1,200 fans, top 5 for 1,400 fans, and top 10 for 1,500 fans. So round of applause one more time.
Moving up the ladder, everybody.
We grew a lot this year. So we want to thank you guys for helping us with our growth, because we wouldn't be where we are without you guys. So again, it's appreciated. Even though we talk a lot of shit, we do appreciate y'all for listening. Whoever listens, shares, and even if you haven't, make sure you hop on board and listen to the show. All right. Again, we appreciate that. So with all that said, you know, we've been gone for a month. We didn't record. We took a little break. So mad stuff happened. So we're going to touch on some of the things that's immediately relevant to us that we saw. So the first thing that I wanted to touch on, we said we was all doing good. But I'm going to tell y'all who's not doing good. Your boy, Diddy.
Mr. Love.
He's been a bad boy.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Diddy is going through a lot, y'all. So for those who living under a rock and don't know what's going on with Diddy, he's been accused of multiple SA allegations. That's sexual assault. For those who don't know, I'll be saying SA, among other things. So if you think you had a bad day, I'm going to read to you guys the last week and 10 days or so that Diddy has had. So on November 16th, Cassie accuses Diddy of rape, abuse, and sex trafficking in a lawsuit. She said he controlled her and sexually trafficked her, gave her drugs and beat her, forced her to have sex with other men while he filmed the encounters, said he raped her at home after forcing his way in 2018. The lawsuit was filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which ran from November 2022 to November 24th, 2003. This allowed people who say they experienced sexual assault to take legal action, even though the statute of limitations expired. So the very next day, they actually settled. She released a statement. They came to terms amicably, and she wanted to do it this way so she had some control over the situation. And Diddy said he wished Cassie and her family the best. Cleaned that up real quick. On November 21st, a couple days later, he was named in another lawsuit, accusing him and former bad boy president of SA. In the court documents, Jane Doe accused Pierre, a former president of Combs Bad Boy Entertainment. What was that, right?
Harvey
Pierre. Thank for his first name. of grooming an unnamed assistant between 2016 and 17, leading to sexual assault, multiple occasions, and harassment. On the 23rd, 2 days later, Combs got sued by 2 other women for rape. Joy Dickerson Neal filed a civil suit in Manhattan court accusing the performer of drugging and raping her in New York City in 91 while she was a college student. She also appeared with Combs in a music video and cited revenge porn, claiming he filmed the assault and shared it with other people in the music industry. The same day, an anonymous plaintiff filed a 3rd lawsuit in New York, alleging that Combs and R&B singer Aaron Hall took turns raping her and a friend at Hall's New York apartment in 90 or 91. Diddy spokesperson called both suits fabricated. A few days later, on December 6th, a 4th lawsuit was filed by Jane Doe against Combs in United States District Court in the Southern District of New York, alleging that she was sex trafficked and gang raped by the star in 2003. She said she was 17 at the time and was flown to New York City on a private plane to meet Combs, Pierre, and an unnamed 3rd male, and that the 3 plied her with copious amounts of drugs and alcohol, then raped her in a bathroom at Combs' studio. After this last suit, Combs finally broke his silence and said enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my rep and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Meanwhile, 50, just so y'all don't know, plans on putting out a documentary called Surviving Diddy. He said his production company is working on that.
Can't with it.
So
I can't with
50 got to throw his name in. So y'all basically Diddy, y'all better hide your women and kids because Diddy out here graping them all. I added that part in. So how y'all feel about what's going on?
Stop.
He really don't though.
Insert 50 laugh.
Yeah, 50.
He said you got beef with me, I'll beef is forever.
A girl have beef with me, she gonna have beef with me forever.
50 don't stop.
50 don't. He don't. When he's on it, he's on it.
Surviving Diddy.
Yo,
Surviving.
That's a
He got
those
jokes.
people out there. That's a homage for Surviving R. Kelly.
So what's your thoughts on the allegations against Diddy? Where y'all stand on how everything went down, and do you guys even believe it? Before I state on mine, but I'm gonna say that I do.
I believe it. I believe that he did them things. I think
I'm shocked because I thought he
I'm
wasn't going to he don't believe
that
it.
stuff don't surprise me because back in the days, you know, they were rappers and that's what rappers was doing back in them days. They were sleeping with a whole bunch of women. I don't know if he raped them and all that stuff. I think some of them were down, but that Cassidy thing, I like how he cleared that. He cleaned that up really fast. I like that.
I'm sorry for threatening to say you one of his parties, G's. I don't want the show to blow up that bad. I don't want to traumatize you.
I ain't fab. He don't want to party with me.
Ah, man, I think Diddy is a monster, and they're just trying to take him down. And it's so many women that's coming forth. There's women that stuff probably happened to that's not coming forward, that's not saying anything, that's just keeping it to themselves. And I feel like there's a lot more than what's being addressed right now. A lot more allegations, I should say.
That might come out.
That might come out. That might not come out. But
I think some more they on their way.
I
think some more on the way.
So my thing is, like anything, I do believe there is a cash grab element to it where when it rains, it pours. But for me, it's so many allegations that even if they ain't all true, some of them is. There's somewhere in the middle. And Diddy's one of them people that like you have consistently throughout a long time have not heard very good things about in the music business. For the most part, it's been pretty negative. Yeah, I feel like over the last couple years, he tried to do a cleanup with the whole brother love and all that and try to change his image. But now a lot of them things is coming out. And how quick that Cassidy settlement was the quickest settlement I ever seen.
Heard. That was fast.
But there's people that's coming forward that's saying, like former security guards.
Curry. Mark it's either Mike or Mark Curry. That was Diddy
is one of them,
Yeah.
I forgot
I just know his last name was Curry.
But yeah, they're actually coming forward saying that he was spiking drinks, bottles, and telling dudes those are for the girls, don't drink that. Or, you know, him putting hands on, you know, his baby moms and other females and stuff like that. And them saying, like, you know, real creepy.
A couple of the security guards. One story I seen this week of him beating his wife so bad she was hiding under a car. And the other one, saying how he had to step in and save him, how badly he was beating on Cassie.
I wish I could remember his name.
I'm messing it up. I seen a male artist come out and talk about how he tried to drug him.
You seen the video where Cam said he in the early years they went to Diddy house because Mace was staying there?
No,
And
I
then
did.
it was a pink dildo in the back. And Cam like, yo, what the hell is this? And Mace was like, that's homie shit.
So he stepped down from Revolt. If you guys don't know,
Yeah,
they
I've seen
actually
that.
named Bad Boy and a lot of their subsidiaries as well in the lawsuit. And yeah, he stepped down from the school. I seen he lost his clothing brand inside of Macy's. He's losing a lot of deals over
Yeah.
Oh, the other guy's name was Roger Bonds.
Okay, that's the other guard. Thanks for pulling that up. So he's losing a lot of stuff, y'all. You think he gonna have to flee the country like Russ?
Like
Your boy
Russ?
Russ?
Nah, I think Diddy gonna fight this.
Think he gonna stay in the fight?
I don't know. It's
We'll
too
fight
many
this.
people
It's too
coming
many.
forward, and then there's already witnesses too. Like if the witnesses that saw this, like his former bodyguards or security, whatever, he probably ran through a few security guards. So if they come forward and say something, it's like
Confirming.
confirm. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Confirm everything that happened. So
I guess he's gonna get his day in court.
Yeah.
At this time, they're all allegations. At the moment, he only settled with Cassie, but it's almost like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. Because on the one hand, I'm like, yo, he should fight it. If he's innocent, you might as well clear your name. But on the
Yeah.
other, it's like a lot comes out during discovery. It's like, do you want to go through that? If there's even a smidge, even if you're not guilty, if it just looks nasty, it's almost better to just
Yeah,
pay. You
pay,
look
yeah.
bad, but I'd rather pay it than have my name
But
dragged through the mud.
I think that he knows he can't pay because it's so it's
Bill
it's
Cosby all
so
over
many
again.
girls.
Now you will get ready for the zim zam and the babbity bibbity, and you will take off your clothes like voo and voom, and get ready for the most splendiferous pudding pop you have ever seen.
All
It's
right,
gonna be a whole bunch of girls.
coming out.
It's gonna be so many that it's just no way he could pay everybody off.
Is Diddy our generation's Bill Cosby?
Maybe Russell Simmons is.
Russ?
Maybe Russ. Maybe
But you
Russ.
know what? To our generation, I don't think Russ is as big as Diddy. That's the generation under us. Diddy is a
Yeah.
lot bigger for us, so I feel like this one is gonna have a more lasting impact than Russ did. Because
And
I
even
really
with
feel like I
Russ-
didn't hear too much about Russell Simmons' situation. Like I
Yeah.
hear it here and there, but not like this. Like I heard about this more in a week than I heard about Russell Simmons, the entire Russell Simmons situation. Some of the details are still a little foggy to me. Not this Diddy stuff.
Yeah.
Every week there's a new person coming forward saying something.
Yeah, he in some trouble though. He gonna, like you said, Dollars. You put enough out there, something gonna stick. Something gonna stick.
So wait, for the record, it was Cassie who originally came forward as the
Yep.
first person to say
Yes.
something. So
Cassie
all
got
it
the
takes
ball
is
rolling.
one person. It could be a cash grab too. Like they heard how much she's getting, so like, oh, let me try my hand. Maybe I could get something too.
And to be fair, there are a lot of people, a lot of victims who it usually takes one person, like one
Yeah.
person to be brave. They'll say one person to tell or blow the whistle or whatever, and then people will feel more empowered. So that, that is a thing.
But Dollars, you said something that I didn't even know. One
What's
of the
that?
girls was saying how he flew her out on a private jet. This is back in the days,
one of the young,
right?
yeah.
This is back in
the
the
one where the
days.
picture was she was on his lap.
I don't know if that was
Now,
allegations.
back in the days, when you flew a girl out, you knew what time it was.
Yes.
Nowadays, it's like, oh, just because you fly me out, that don't mean I'm gonna have to. Back in them days with the rappers, you get flown out, you know what time it is. So, especially on a private jet, like,
So in their case, it's not just the saying that they had sex; it's the other things,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
And then because a lot of people's retorts, like his was, I heard Russell Simmons thing, is that when time passes, people remember things different, or they
Yeah.
might regret certain things, or they don't like how something went down and they sound a certain way. But I don't know, man. Again, is that like a justification, or is that just how a monster talks? Is that monster justification?
You know what I think? And this is rough because it's like you could have a good time with a woman, and then the next day, if she gets mad at you or upset with you, she could say like, "Yo, I wasn't trying to go there with you last night," and then you get yourself jammed up, bro.
That is a possibility, which
You
we
could
said.
really get yourself jammed up. Like if we drinking and we both get drunk and we have sex, the next day you could be like, "Did I drug? No, I ain't drug you, girl. You got drunk. We got drunk together."
And again, could be a possibility, but when you start talking about multiple people and they're bringing in multiple people who was there, multiple people who participated, multiple people who can vouch for what went down, again, even if only 20% of it is true, that's a nasty 20%, and you should
Yo,
still
it's
go
weird,
down.
nasty.
Yeah, there's certain things that was acceptable. Like, yeah, we could say it was a culture, and certain things went down that we could not be proud of. Like, yeah, you might have given a girl too much alcohol, or you did that.
Yeah.
The third. But when you start talking about drugging bottles and beating women to the point where they hiding, you know what I'm saying?
Cars
They're
at
taking
that, too.
taking advantage of minors and shit like that's nasty. Even if only 1% of it is true, that's enough to like is gross. You need to go down. And I don't think there's no way 100% of that stuff is false.
Yeah, I agree.
He did something.
He definitely did something.
Just
like I
all
said,
the
not
people said
even
he was dicking them in music.
And the crazy thing is, like, back in them days,
I
that's
would
how it
trip
was. Back in them days, the rappers was just messing with mad groupies and doing
But
all
I
that
give him a lot
stuff.
of
One thing
pushback,
to be
though.
a groupie, and then it's another thing for somebody to be your artist and you're abusing your power.
Well, that's what they be doing, though.
And here's
Even
another
till
thing,
today.
G's. Like you said, that might have been the culture, but how many rappers was there back in the days? How
You
many
look-
got charged of this? So
They about
obviously
to-
they might have all
watch.
been
They about to
fucking,
start
but they
popping
wasn't
out the
moving like
woodwork.
this.
Watch, they about
Well,
to-
that law expired, so that's done. But during that little timepiece, a few more people came out. I seen Jamie Foxx had allegations
Yeah.
against him, so a few more did pop out.
They
but
even talked about Hove and
if
Foxy
that's
Brown.
what it was, then every artist with some money on him in the 90s would have been in a lawsuit. So I'm not buying that is just, because of the climate we
I
in.
feel you.
Because they all could have did that. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of groupies that got popped in the 90s that could all just be like, yo,
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't consent. I could get some money too. So that's why I said I don't think that's the case. Might be some, but not all of them. And
Brother
apparently
Love,
not.
you in trouble.
Yeah.
You in trouble, Brother Love.
I'm in trouble.
So
I think just to go back to what you say, I think it depends on the person, because if you have two nobodies going at it, it's more like he said, she said. But if you have like a millionaire versus like some shorties in the club, that's or
It's a money
different because they
grab.
got
girls
something.
that work with you. You know what I'm saying?
They got something to lose because they got money.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's-
Like I said, I can see
See,
that.
I
But
can
it
definitely
just
see
like
some money
but it
grab.
doesn't matter because just like with Deshaun Watson,
Yeah.
20 people is not going to get together to all come up with this money
Yeah.
grab.
Yeah.
All of these girls with these specific stories and details. Some of them, I do believe it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them is capping because that's the society we live in. That is what it is. But not all of them. I ain't believing that they all capping. If anything, he is. I think he was a nasty, nasty man back then. He might have changed. He might be all about peace and love now. That's a possibility too. But if that's the type of time you was on, you should have just paid them, signed them NDAs, and kept them quiet. Just paid it and been done with it. I think that might be where he messed up.
Yeah.
Any of us ultimately seeing him coming out on the other side looking good from this, not being canceled
Not at
like
all.
everyone else, because this is cancel shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up charging him or something to him going to jail.
Yeah. Diddy, just open that
looking
checkbook up. Just
That's
open
the
the
only way
checkbook up
out.
and get it over with.
Yeah, I don't
Seen
think
them-
he's going to jail, but I
You
do
seen
think he's
them
gonna have to
pictures
pay
of
some
him
money.
looking stressed, right?
Yeah, did you see? I saw them stress pics.
Yeah, I
Really?
seen it. I seen it.
Yeah, I said before
got
the
stressed
podcast,
looking
I
at
said
it.
I see him with his hand in his face, just playing. I
Yeah.
had a bad day on loop.
Yeah.
Had a bad day. And that's it.
That's it for him, bro.
With his hands in his pocket.
And like you said, at the end of the day, it's the people around him that's gonna really sink that shit, bro. Because say it's a money grab, say the girls, it's his word against the girls. It's his workers and everybody else putting their
gotta go
2 cents,
down.
putting their sauce on it. That's gonna it's gonna mess him
I'll
up.
tell y'all
man.
one thing: he won't be
Hey,
able to
Khaled.
get Young Carisha any more BET Podcast Awards.
Yeah.
I think his pull is gone in that that department. We got an
Facts.
open lane now, y'all.
Yeah, here we come.
We in
4
there.
episodes a year.
Yeah, right. But damn. So to all the accusers and survivors, shout out to them. Y'all definitely think this 50 documentary has happened, right? Are we watching?
I'm watching.
I'm watching too.
Cause
Yeah,
50
we all
make-
watching.
Hell yeah.
Anything
If it's anything
50
like
touch
his
is
power,
good.
well-
Yeah.
No, I gotta have some seriousness.
Yeah, I guess, right? But you know what I mean.
Nothing to joke
And he is gonna donate all the proceeds to the victims. So he's turning his trolling into a positive,
Nah,
I suppose,
Diddy-
right?
Diddy-
So we could give him some applause for that.
50 said Diddy should have showed him revolt, man. He
Oh,
should
that's
show
why
him
he's
revolt
bitter?
so he could back up off of you. Because 50 always get on Diddy.
Yeah, he hasn't let
He
off.
haven't let off.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm high, but all I keep picturing is that skit where he's like vitamin water, he took the water, he slipped.
Vitamin what? Shit. That wasn't part of the skit.
Yeah, 50 don't let up. So we gonna end up seeing what happens with Diddy and everything that's going on with him and all of these accusations. So moving off of what's going on with Diddy and everything like that, we wanted to touch on what's going on with Ruby Rose and her OnlyFans superfan Brandon of Brandon of True Life. I'm addicted to
Name
porn
really
fame. Yeah, Brandon. He looks like a Brandon who spent 62 racks on her OnlyFans in 1 month. So for those who don't know, Ruby Rose is a popular model. She has an OnlyFans account, and she bumped into him at the airport or somewhere. Actually, let me not say the airport because I wasn't quite sure where it was. And he showed her that he spent $62,000 on her in a month, and he proceeded to go crazy after that, sending her all kind of weird.
I felt so uncomfortable.
Yeah, messages and professing his, her love for her, how he feels about Ruby Rose and all of that. Like, it was a lot going on with that. So, how do you guys feel about Brendan and his addiction?
Brandon is a pervert, but I do feel like he's right. I spent $62,000 on a young lady. I'm expecting something.
Is it her fault, y'all? Or
I'm expecting $62,000. Nah. We listen.
You can't blame the lady for you being a simp.
First of all, I'm not even contacting her on OnlyFans because I'm at her phone number after I spent $62,000. Hell nah. But nah, he's a creep though, and it's scary. And he got her tattoo, her face tattoo.
Yeah, he did get a face tattoo.
That is scary.
Don't forget that.
That's scary.
If he's the same one that was on True Life, I'm addicted to porn.
Yeah, I led with that to let the people know.
Now he's addicted to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is if you don't remember the True Life episode, he was down bad. He was unemployed, spent all his time beating his meat. He was missing job interviews, didn't want to go out anywhere. Apparently, he hit it big in crypto. Ain't that some ish? The type of people who get rich and then what they go and do with his money. Off the top of my head, I remember him offering her 10 Bitcoin, which is worth like $400,000, and him showing Ruby Rose the graph of what crypto is doing in the market. Like she can even read that or gives a flying. Was desperate saying how much he loved her. Why would she do this to him? And the saddest part, y'all, and I could honestly say we were one of the first people to talk about this, was he got duped by AI bot. The person that he's talking to that he thinks was telling him he loves him and all that. Yes, like for those who don't know, the big OnlyFans owners accounts are run by agencies. The agencies use bots that are tailored to tell you what you want to hear to get them schmeckles up out of you. Yeah, so he fell in love with a bot.
With James. He fell in love with James or Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
But it looks like Ruby Rose, though.
Tony back there messing with him like, yeah, baby. He's a fool.
But it looks like Ruby Rose, though. Don't forget that part.
Oh, man. That's crazy, though. I don't even know, man.
It's just reading some of the messages that he was sending to this bot. It was very uncomfortable, cringy. And then just going off of what you said about the Bitcoin, then he proceeds to tell her what Bitcoin is, and she's not answering you, dog. Like, why do you keep messaging? And then he talks about her posting on her Instagram, and I'm just like, are you real thirsty? But
he is a real stalker. It's scary. Like, if I was her, I would be scared.
Yeah, but for you to say that, if you spend $62,000, then you expect something. Like, you should know better that you talking to an AI bot after you send the first few messages and you don't get no response. Like, why would you? You understand?
So, for those who weren't aware, I pulled up a few of Brandon's greatest hits. First, he questioned why she's not answering him. I thought we had a genuine connection. I've invested so much money in our relationship. I would do anything for you. I would fly anywhere to be with you. All I can ever do is think of you. There's not a single person in this world as perfect as you are. You would be my queen, and I could be a king. I would give anything for you, anything that you wish. Oh, man.
Yo.
And then he closes it by saying he adores her. I would never leave you, as he spent $30,000 on her, even offering her $400,000.
Oh, my gosh. Rolling over to watch her sleep and run his hands through her hair. And I'm like, oh, man, this is
can't
uncomfortable.
make this up. I'll do anything to be with you, baby.
It's scary.
Buy you the biggest ring.
It's scary.
The biggest ring.
It really is scary, though. And what makes it even scarier because, part of that is her showing her locations or being in places and, being an Instagram model or whatever she is.
But all of this is from him meeting her one time.
Yeah, chance
meeting one time. That's it.
That's crazy.
Where you get all of that from?
So if it wasn't for that, he probably wouldn't have even. Well, he probably dumbass still don't know he talking to a bot, but he probably wouldn't have getting answered. But the messages were getting creepy.
Like if she got a man, I know he's like,
misery vibes.
I'm ready to probably put hands and feet on Brandon.
I mean, this
if
is
she
the
had
same
a
man
man.
who went to a club with his friend, didn't get no bitches, stayed there for 20 minutes, went back home to watch porn.
Yeah.
Any females that's ever been stalked, I'm sure they heard a few
Yeah.
trigger words in those statements.
Facts.
They heard quite a few
That shit is crazy.
trigger words in Brandon's statements.
I don't really know how this is gonna turn out, but the Reddit. Oh my God, Reddit never seems to disappoint. They got a whole thread dedicated to everything that he's been posting and things that he's been saying, and it's coming out.
Brandon, you got to do better, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
bro.
bad for you. It's good that you up. I don't know how you ended up, but you did it somehow. And you throwing your money away. Throwing
Yeah.
it still away. Like, the only difference is he's just doing luxury jerking off now. Like, instead of beating off in his mom's basement, he's probably doing it somewhere nicer now, but to OnlyFans. It just, his addiction changed. That's all.
He's gonna be on the next episode of True Life. OnlyFans made me broke.
Yeah.
The next broke episode of MTV True Life. Like, that's not a good look. And real quick before we move off of it, if these unsuspecting men who are going through this and having their pockets raided by AI bots and OnlyFans thoughts, do you guys feel like the companies who's running these AI bots or these OnlyFans or these women or anyone bears any responsibility to what happens to these men?
Nah, because it's a choice. It's a choice.
Okay.
It is a choice.
It's a choice.
To Reddit, it's Brandon Michael Myers.
Oh.
Michael Myers.
I see how this is ending, man. It's not gonna be
Yeah,
good. I hope she has security.
Yeah, she gonna need it. Imagine if she do a hosting like at a club. He gonna come.
I do blame these companies, OnlyFans, and I think they should do something about it. I say that because everything that we have has guardrails. They say Instagram, you can't be under 13, whatever rules there is. There's rules on Facebook. They eventually put rules for a lot of these social media platforms. TikTok, hella rules. Things that you can and can't do on there. A lot of stuff have certain regulations. This doesn't. That's what I said with the AI when we first touched it. It needs some type of regulations, but they so slow with it that it's gonna be too late.
But
the same way,
OnlyFans is
it's
an adult
basically a
site,
scam. But the same
it's
way,
an adult site.
but you think these things is only adults that can see it and access it when these women are pitching these things? And even though these are grown men, some of these grown men have real psychological issues.
He
so
does.
the same way
He do.
the same. But I'm sure he's not the
He
only
definitely
one.
do.
So the same way these companies would get in trouble if somebody has issues and they posted certain things. That's why they flag certain material, take certain things down. They cover themselves. Why these other companies don't? Before the podcast, I brought up the Tinder swindler who went to jail for basically scamming women, meeting them, making them think he loved them, and taking their bread. How is this any different from the Tinder swindler?
That's true. That's
If
true.
if that's the case, then he should be good to do that too. Then men should be able to romance women and take all their money the same way women could go on OnlyFans and take all of men's money.
You're right, bro. Nah,
Either
fuck
make
that,
it
you
fair
right.
for everybody, or
Absolutely.
that's my point.
Nah, you made a good point.
So
too.
those
You
at home, I hope I
absolutely-
gave y'all something to think about.
Absolutely right.
Okay, I do see what you're saying
That's-
though. Like,
Nah, you
I,
right.
I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, me
There's
too.
one thing I
Since you
think
said it
is
like that, you absolutely right.
Not all these platforms have regulations. Look at Discord. You hear about children being groomed on that all the time, and you need to be at least 13 to be on there. Like,
But
But
They're
you just said a
lying
rule.
about
You
the
said
age.
13. You have to be at
Yeah,
least 13. That's a rule.
That's a
yeah,
rule.
but it doesn't stop people from doing what they do.
And then
Where's the
Discord
guardrails
has
on that?
moderators. Most Discords I've ever seen, in every Discord I've ever been in, when people go
Servers.
crazy and start talking crazy, there's supposed to be mods to regulate that and do
Certain
something about it.
servers,
Yeah,
but
there's somebody who's overseeing it at least.
Yeah,
At
so
least there's
probably
somebody. There's a
eventually-
moderator, even if it's not Discord, the company. There's somebody who's running those servers that's monitoring those conversations, right?
somebody who owns the server. Yeah, you
Yeah.
only get banned from that server, but you don't get banned from the platform.
No, because the platform is not responsible. Even if the platform is not responsible, I said somebody got to be, whether it's the platform, whether it's the people who are actively doing the chatting, whether it's
Yeah,
the women.
community
I'm saying
too,
somebody
yeah.
got to be in trouble. All of these social media sites that I've seen have some type of age
Yeah.
restriction. They all have
Yeah.
some type of age guideline, meaning you're not mentally there enough to handle this. When you're dealing with people with mental issues, they're not much different than a teenager or a child. They
Yeah,
have about the
absolutely.
same mental capacity.
Absolutely.
I would know. I've worked with them. It's the same
Yeah.
difference. So we protect these people. So there got to be something. I don't know what, but it's one thing to have humans scamming you. It's another to have a bot that's tailored. First of all, none of us is smarter than a fucking AI. None of us. All of us who have social media, you scroll and you wonder 30 minutes later why you still scrolling. That's the algorithm that figured out how to keep your ass on that. So regular have no chance if a bot is talking to you, telling you everything you want to hear, everything to scam you out of money. It's over for desperate men.
I think they should focus on children's safety and not worried about Brandon's safety.
I agree.
Because people like that got money, they do whatever they want. Yeah. But kids.
Brandon is the example because Brandon is in the news right this second. We talking about Brandon. There's a bunch of Brandons out there that we don't know about that's worse off than him, that's probably spending more bread, worse off than him, that we don't even hear about, who's talking to a bot, spilling his guts out. We just happen to hear about him because he took a picture with her who's famous.
That's like that guy we was talking about right before the show that killed this family because they was banning him from talking to a model online. Because he used all the family money and ended up killing all of them.
Yeah, this could go bad. God forbid. Because the way he was talking, could, and then what? They just gonna be like, yo, he was sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His parents banned him. That was a rule for him to come back in the house after they kicked him out.
Listen, that dude Brandon is scary.
Yeah, like, hopefully this don't go nowhere else, and hopefully Brandon find himself a girlfriend and realize she don't love him. Yeah, she don't love you, bro.
Well, he might get a girl. Shoot.
Yeah, he got
spending
bread.
all that
That's
money.
the worst part.
Spending all that money.
If you got 62K,
but he look weird.
But geez, for 62K,
yes,
we know women that do some things, some strange things for some change.
Yo, he probably
and a lot less change than that.
Gonna fuck for a buck, do something strange for a little piece of change, and I know we're gonna make them holler for $1. One of them said they was gonna tuck my dick from the back. I ain't never had that ever.
He probably could have hit that,
bro. You could come to Dykeman with 150, bro. He'll be good.
Yeah,
like
100K.
Like you could do better, man.
Some of them girls on OnlyFans, they'll probably sleep with you for that much.
Come on.
I definitely remember a flashback. I had a That's So Raven flashback of something that I said about the AIs being bad because people are building unhealthy attachments to fake generated stuff.
Yeah.
That's when we talk about the deep fakes.
Yeah, the deep fakes.
You know, this is a little off, but I saw a report. They said that according to a report that they did that only 38% of the internet is real people, that the rest is all bots. At this point,
that's crazy.
That is only 38% of actual human beings on the internet. All of the rest of the engagement is all bots. Yeah, shit's getting crazy out here, y'all. It's getting real crazy for Brandon and everyone alike. So y'all gotta be on your P's and Q's. And so
we definitely had a problem with the AI. Remember about one of the other topics? How we was about to come up here?
Yeah, it's gonna be the end of us all, man. So
with Lululemon, the real gift happens when they're living in it. When you give them the coziest scuba matching set. The real gift is this. And this. And this. This holiday, Lululemon makes it easy to give a gift that goes beyond. Open the moment. Shop now at Lululemon.com.
Moving off of Ruby Rose and her OnlyFans Superfan, Brandon the meat beater, we're gonna move on to Adam 22, who's been going crazy again. New Pac back at it again. So for those who don't know, he was going at it with his Figmunity host, talking about how gangster he was, but this time shit hit the fan because which one of them it was got rolled up on? Desto. Yes, there we go. Got rolled up on at a Sexy Red event. By Pun and some of the other Figmunity communities, AD, and he didn't want no smoke. He was backing up. So after that, it looks like Adam realized shit could get real in these streets, and he finally apologized, y'all. They did say they accepted for now. How y'all feel about him apologizing in the first place, and just how the run he was on?
Good idea. That was a good idea. It's going to save his butt in the long run.
Yeah.
Think so? Because he did say a lot of stuff, though. There's some people that once you got beef, y'all got beef forever. So
yeah, that's true.
A girl have beef with me, she gonna have beef with me.
You call him Beaver and Green.
Oh yeah,
how he
Beaver
was doubling down.
Saying,
they're like they
run up on me like that.
They wouldn't try me. Like, oh, okay, all right, we'll see.
Podcast beef should never hit the streets.
Yeah,
like it's crazy because the main beginning of it, when we first brought up this topic, it was about numbers. Adam was saying they don't do numbers like him. They are no jumper reaction channel. And then how did we get from that to this? How did we get from that to him pulling out his camera at Disneyland and telling everybody how gangster and tough he is?
Mickey don't want that.
Yeah, Mickey is chilling.
Mickey looking around like, oh, no.
How did we
It
get here?
got real.
Real fast.
He got to relax. Well, he relaxing now. And that's good. Because like I said, them dudes, when I seen them dudes, I said, oh, no, I would have, I probably would apologize too. Those some big dudes.
Hey,
Just wanted a
yo.
conversation.
Hella big.
Pun is big.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's why he
yo.
got that name.
Hey, yo.
Doing a lot of backing up.
But he
He's
realized
backpedaling,
that.
looking like Dion in his prime out there.
Yeah.
91 prime.
But he realized that he could get other people hurt by him acting a fool. Yeah, he probably going to walk around with security. But his homeboys wasn't.
Yeah.
And that was going to get him lined
He,
up.
that's why
Right.
he felt like he could talk like that, because he like academics. You talk that talk, but you got security all the time.
Yeah. You better.
It's
They
easy
was
for
on
him
it.
to do
Yeah.
that, but not for his peoples. Somebody must have got through to him, because at first, when it first happened, his first reaction was, there's some things going on and I ain't got nothing to do with that. Like, he definitely tried to sidestep the situation. And then I think someone must have let him know, like, yo, if this shit go all the way left and someone get hurt, like, you're gonna look crazy.
Yeah.
Especially being a white boy, like the white man instigating
Mm-hmm.
some beef and a black person gets killed. Like, that would be the end of No Jumper and everything he got going
Yep.
on. That would literally kill his whole shit if something
a fact.
happened.
Maybe he don't got that rank like he say he do. That street, that he got people to run up.
You think?
It's all just
Nah.
content over everything, like you said.
Nah, that's big
He got some
22.
security
Yeah,
guard.
he got
yeah,
some
right?
security,
He got
but
some
I don't know if
security.
he got some real street dudes.
Big Deuce, A Johnson,
Yeah,
Yeah, Crip Mac,
A22 Johnson, O
Yeah.
Block.
for real. One of their homies.
he had Crip Mac or something
Yeah.
like that. Not really. 'Cause he about
Yeah,
to
that's
go to
about.
jail.
He about to go to jail. He's going to jail.
You going to jail?
So yeah, I guess it's good that Adam came out and said what he said. So as long as he stops doing that, as I thought from the beginning, this was all about clicks and engagement.
Yeah.
But it's all fun and games till shit gets real.
When the games to somebody, I get poked out.
Yeah. I was
crazy.
reposting the old video when we did this topic, and Video Dude said exactly this is what happened, and it's what ended up happening, except for he didn't get touched. So I will give him some credit that at least he didn't just disregard it because it wasn't him.
Yeah.
Because some people could be that callous and be like, well, it isn't me, because Adam obviously can afford 24/7 security.
Yeah.
So he Gucci.
And he did it right though. He apologized. He jumped out the window and he realized, like, yo, I'm wilding.
Yeah, it took him a little while
Took
to
him
get
a while.
there though. Like Wack had to bait him into apologizing. I felt like over 2 episodes, because he also disrespected. Forgive me if I'm getting this wrong, but I believe it's AD's wife, because they had an issue too as well when she left the show. And Wack was telling him, yo, if you really want to squash the situation, you gotta apologize to her and say the name. And Adam was like, nah, because if you don't understand, like, she did XYZ. But then I seen a few days later, Adam apologized to her as well. Apparently he had said she did some sex tape shit. That's what he was trying to allege.
Oh, wow.
And he came out and said, like, that's not true. He can't confirm that. So he's apologizing for that. And
Good
Wack
man.
was like, finally, because it ain't gonna be no peace if you don't apologize to that man wife, which is true. You disrespect a man wife, irregardless, my favorite word. Regardless, if you apologize to him, it's not gonna be okay.
Facts, 'cause-
you gotta apologize to his wife.
Yeah,
too.
because she gonna be like, damn, you let him just say that?
Yeah.
Like, you fine with that?
Yeah, you can't let
Yeah,
that rock.
you gotta look at her every day.
You better
Nah.
off letting him disrespect you than your lady.
Yeah, facts.
Apologizing, some people just feel like it's a prideful thing, like it's beneath them, or like they can't seem to apologize. Sometimes things could be fixed with just a
Yup.
phone call.
Absolutely.
But people gotta show I'm tough, and nah, I don't do this,
Yeah.
and nah, I
It's a
don't.
man thing. It be pride.
Yeah, it be
Jesus
pride.
be telling me that all the
Man
time.
thing.
Yeah, it's a
pride
man's
thing, yeah.
world. Jesus be like, that's pride, Cash. I'll be like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. But you got to be willing to acknowledge it at least when it is.
Yeah.
Like, as men, we prideful.
Yep.
At least,
Facts.
when you see it happening, you got to recognize it. You know what I mean? To stay out of these situations. So hopefully he'll stay out of beef.
I got a question for you. Do you think Whack 100 is really showing Adam 22 like this is the way you have
He was just fixing this specific situation. In
Yeah.
this situation, I think he was fixing it. But Wack
This
is not
nigga-
about that.
Did he had any hand like any people who Adam disrespected or anything?
Nah, it seemed like he was a neutral party. He fucked with both sides, so
Yeah.
he was a neutral party. He was good. You know
I'm
what I
telling
mean?
you, 'cause
So he
Wack-
was just letting them know, like, if you really trying to fix this, let me explain
Yeah.
to you how. So which I respect that. So now that they in the clear, at least they might not ever be the best of friends again, but at least he could do his ish and they could do theirs. You know what I mean?
You get tired of looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, that part. So real quick, before we move off of him, you guys, he has the No Jumper News that comes on YouTube, and he's stopping it for now. He says that he's not doing it anymore because he's too busy with other ventures, with his bike shop, clothing line. But a lot of people are saying that he's lying, that he's quitting because of the controversies, the scandals, and the numbers are going down on the channel. So real quick, what do you guys think it is? That he's stopping it because it's not popping as it like it was, or that he's really too busy?
I think it's a little of both. He probably is getting another bag somewhere. You know, he got famous when No Jumper got really big when his wife did that porn star thing with that porn star guy.
Yeah, but it was big before that. I think it's out already, Red.
But I don't
touch on it.
He probably, I guess he might be too busy.
Okay, Red, on you. You think he's too busy, or it's just not hitting like it was?
I just think it's not hitting like it was. That's all.
Yeah, I'm with Red on that one too. I think it's just not hitting the same. After a lot of his co-hosts left, it seems like it don't get the same attention.
Yeah.
Adam seemed like he'll do anything for that dollar.
Yeah.
So if the show is making money, I don't see him putting it on pause. It's probably just making less money than these other things that he got going on. So time we'll see. Time will tell. Like with all these things. Hopefully he won't see him in the news for getting beat up or talking ish anymore. So going off of Adam's beef with his old podcast mates, we got a new beef, new contenders to the ring. It was Cam versus Melissa Ford, but now I guess it's Cam versus the JBP podcast. So for those who are unaware, recently on the Is What It Is podcast, Mason Cam Sports Show, they told a story about going to a whorehouse or whatever. Funny story. And Melissa Ford on Joe Budden podcast happened to mention and say they shouldn't have brought it up in that climate, and then brought up what if there was young girls involved. None of the people, all the men on the podcast, said she was crazy for going that direction, and she came out and apologized, but Cam said, fuck that, I'm staying on business, I'm not accepting her apology. So he didn't take it, went in on her, mentioned her iced tea in the bathroom for 2 racks, saying the podcast was doing this for clickbait, Joe could have edited it out, and things of that nature. And I want to say real quick, as someone that does the editing, that was my first thought too. When I heard what she said, and then she said the young girls part, I was like, why didn't they just take that out? But Joe Budden said that he asked her, and she said no. Leave it in.
But at the end of the day, it's his podcast, so he could always make the executive decision. You know what? This might be backlash for everybody, so I'm gonna take it out.
I mean, he could do that, but to me, if you say it and you standing on it, I'm not cutting it. Like, it don't make me look bad. Yeah, so as long as they don't make me look bad, that's a you situation. Yeah. So I feel like he did a good look at her by asking her, because I thought he was just trying to, because I'm like, oh, that's trying to get clicks, leaving that in, because you should have took that out.
She was wrong for that, though. One didn't have nothing to do with the other.
Trying to make it into a Me Too shit.
Yeah, like Cam said, they were teenagers themselves. They were kids themselves. So now what? Like, she said it jokingly. Like that
Why
was.
would you joke about something like that, knowing that it's a lot of sexual allegations, stuff going on, sex trafficking, all type of.
Who he said was joking? Was Melissa Ford joking?
Yeah, he said she said it jokingly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, she was serious suspect. Because
she was
serious. Made a good point. She said in light of everything going on that the story was inappropriate, which I said I kind of agree with her there, because me and G's was talking off podcast. I was like, we got hella funny stories from our 20s and shit that I wouldn't tell on a public platform because it would sound nutty now. That's their freedom, but I could agree with her saying that. But then when she said they might have been young girls there,
where did that even come from?
Basically accuse them of being kitty diddlers out of nowhere, like that was nutty, you know? And nobody was with her. You could see everyone's reaction on the podcast. It was like, oh,
where did that come from?
They reacted like how we acted when Tuso name dropped Jesus' mom when we was talking about some other shit. Yeah, it was like that. Doing, bro? Yeah. So no one was riding with her.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
was funny.
But Cam felt like, you was gonna say something, Rick?
No, you could finish.
Oh, I was just gonna say that Cam was basically like, of course they're gonna use this for content. That's what they do, yada yada yada. But he is feeding it by going on IG Live and doing a 30-minute conversation
video
about it.
Well, you know, Cam was gonna come back and say something. Is it allegations of her sleeping with Cam?
Yeah. So apparently, when we was reading before the show, we was researching. I thought they was trying to say she was on the song Dime After Dime with Cameron, which I should check out. That's a dope song. Yeah. But no, Red, apparently he dissed her on the song. He rapped, he had sex with her and paid her $15. So I listen to that song all the time, but I don't remember that line. So I got to go back and listen. So that's what he said about her.
Sound right to me.
Yeah. As you said earlier, G, she was a video vixen.
Yeah,
so
she was in all the videos too.
All in the video, all on the record.
Yeah, that was real tacky of her to say that in the first place. And secondly, why is she saying that? Is that her? Like, did that happen to her? You feeling some type of way? Like, it seemed like she's just trying to take a black man down for some reason. Don't know why, but.
Now, it's funny that the two stories, the two topics is kind of close to each other because it just made me think about what we were just talking about, right? I get it. Cam has his however he wants to feel, but she did apologize.
Why he still kept going, right?
Yeah, like she apologized. No, I'm not taking your apology, bro. First of all, she's a female. What you gonna do, Cam? Like, get some girls a jumper? Like, come on, bro. Like, just take the apology, move forward, and leave it alone.
I do kind of agree with G's. I mean, it's like on the
Yeah,
one hand,
like,
you don't have to accept everyone's apology, but like he said, the fact that she's a female and what are you gonna keep going?
Yeah,
What more
like, what
do
you
you
gonna
want?
do?
What more can she really do for you
Yeah,
beside
like-
Beside apologize, what more do you want?
Exactly.
Take the apology. You don't take the
Yeah,
apology.
you ain't gotta like him. Like you said, Don's doing a whole 30-minute video. That's too much. Even though I watched it, but still, that's too much, man. Like,
Yeah, because
and then he got at the other guys. Like,
yeah,
I get it.
And Flip, if anything, I've accused Flip of being a diplomat meat rider, not like trying to disrespect him in any way. You know, so I didn't know why Cam took it that way. Yeah, right. No disrespect to you, Queens Flip. I forgot I got to do the butch.
You supposed
the
to
new
say that first?
Yeah, I forgot to say no
I fucks with
disrespect
Flip. He funny
before I
as hell.
called you a meat rider. No disrespect. But yeah, I really genuinely thought that's how he was. So the last thing I would think is that he was trying to come at Cam in no type of funny way or nothing like that.
Even
You know what I'm
when
saying?
even when Flip explained it, like the way he explained it, I was like, all right, it made sense. But Cam jumped out the window.
Yeah. It would be nice to figure out whatever that favor was that he was discussing.
Yeah.
So in the pod wars heating up, Joe and them in warring with everybody. Who you guys got? You think the rest of them are going to come to her defense? Because I believe G said they basically did today, right?
Yeah.
G's? They all defended her? Or?
No, just Flip
Okay.
and Joe. Joe told it. I think this is just heating up. It's going to get a little crazy because, like, Joe called him goofy. Like, yo, you're a goofy. Go call your lawyer.
Oh
Like,
yeah. For those who don't know, we left that part out. Cam said he could sue for defamation, and he's thinking about it.
Joe said, go ahead and do it.
Was those his exact words, or are you
Goofy.
stirring
Another
the? Are you
goofy.
stirring the pod?
Nah, he said goofy.
Is
He said
G
goofy,
stirring the
but
pot? Oh, okay.
To me, it mean the
I was
same
about to say.
thing.
I'm about to say.
It mean the same thing. And I was surprised at Joe. Joe not taking the high road on this one. He diving right in.
Breaking news: G said Cam called Joe Button.
I just now it's funny because I can't even say I hope it stay on wax because they both want. But this probably
This
could
will.
get-
You already said we watched
get
we watched
physical,
our
bro.
old video, and during that video we saw Joe's toes, but there's no fighting going on.
You can't fight in those.
Yeah, you can't fight in at all.
he definitely can't.
At all.
Definitely can't.
So we know Cam could be disrespectful, so it will be spicy because we know
Yeah.
Joe could be spicy and Cam could be too. So we will see where that ends
Cam
up going.
said Cam said he ain't gonna say nothing else
Ain't
about
making
it.
no music.
Do real quick because it's kind of the quickest way to insult, especially like, all right, Melissa Ford was a video vixen, so we know she was fucking for $1 and swallowing for $1.
Yeah,
and all that good stuff.
$1.
Yeah, all that stuff in her time. You think it's effed up of him to be putting her business out there, like trying to
Don't put flavor.
Trying to
don't
put her
that
coochie
body of
mileage out there?
Flavor on her.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody want that.
yeah,
Nah,
her coochometer?
nah.
Y'all think it's
Nah,
bad? He
that
putting it out
was
there?
that was
It's
bad.
called Miles, but yeah.
That was bad taste of him.
It was,
That bad
G's, you
taste.
think so?
He's stupid to her level.
Bad taste.
He's a street dude. He doesn't care.
So y'all think he's in bad taste, Red? You think it's bad
I
taste
feel
too?
like it's tacky for him to be ragging her. All right, you didn't take her apology. All right, fine, but there's no reason to go down the whole rabbit hole of shit about her.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Start to look at it like
you
a bully
looking
at
like
some
an angry
point.
black man right now.
Man, sit your ass down.
You need to
Yeah.
stop.
And Cam could be funny. Like I said, I do find him funny, but
find
I
him
think
funny,
I do agree with you guys because what more do you want?
Know what
That's
I'm
kind of the lowest form to go after
If Adam can apologize and
for a chick.
Melissa Ford should be able to apologize too,
Yeah.
and just leave it at that.
Yeah, like I said, did find what he said funny, but yeah, he got to let up because she's a female. It's a little different. And
Yeah.
I guess we can't look. See, here
Like
we
if
go
Joe
again,
said
calling
that-
myself because I did say we need to treat women the same way.
Yeah.
I'm contradicting myself saying treat her different because she's a lady.
Yeah,
but
but-
no, because she apologized. If she
That's
didn't
what-
apologize,
apologize?
I would have
That's
said
one
treat
thing.
her the same
Yep.
way. But that's why
She
I'm saying that.
apologized, bro. Like I said, like what else do you want, bro? Like,
Yeah.
come on, my G. You
So
better than
we'll
that.
see if this ends up heating up for the streets more for the
I
winter.
agree with you. What you said. I don't think you contradict yourself. I think it's just the severity of the problem.
Yeah, no, because she apologized. So
Bro.
that kind of changes things.
Melissa Ford said that, right? Then Cam put the video out of him saying whatever.
Yeah.
Then Flip did his own personal video, and then this morning they
And
talked
the
about it on the
Instagram
podcast.
thing was first. When
Yeah.
he showed the DMs with the person saying that she smashed Ice-T
Yeah,
in the
like,
back of the club that she
just-
worked at.
Even though
That was a low blow.
That one
facts.
was starting
Even though
with
on
that.
both sides they keep saying this, I'm gonna address it and I ain't gonna talk about it again. Cool, I have to talk about it.
Either way,
I
right?
have to talk about it.
No matter how you end up slicing it.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Cam ends up letting up. You know, he's a funny guy. Joe Pesci type of shit.
Really funny. What do you mean I'm funny? It's funny, you know. It's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy. You mean the way I talk? What? It's just, you know, you're just funny. It's funny, you know, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how?
So
How am I
this
funny?
is what he does. But if they keep going back, it's going to be a back and forth. Yeah, so
Jim
let's see where
Jones,
it
stay
goes.
out of it.
But Melissa Ford don't seem equipped to handle herself in this kind. She don't strike me as the I got jokes type. She strikes me as the like I just been
Tuck
pretty
my
my whole
tail.
life, so
Yeah.
I just sit and look pretty.
She should just sit there and continue to do what she's been doing on the JPP, which was sitting there just staying quiet.
Yeah, because apparently when you let her talk, she gonna say some wild shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like, now we ain't never
maybe they should mute her mic.
Just don't give her a cord with her mic. That's all.
No, like you do the kids when they think they playing the video game with
Yup.
you. Get in the controller,
get in the
unplug
controller.
it, and they think they playing with you. Just unplug her mic.
Facts.
Yeah. All right. So keep them out of trouble, Melissa Ford. Don't go too far. Sometimes you be saying some crazy things on the show, but we'll stay tuned. I don't listen to the show anymore, but we got G's. He did the research for us, so we appreciate him. So moving off of Melissa Ford and Cam's beef, we got yet another beef. Nothing but beef for the holiday season, right? We got T.I. versus Chomper. I mean King, his son. So they were recently going at it. Chomper was going at it with King with his family at a. That was what was it?
It was
at?
a basketball
game?
No, football. It was the Atlanta
Falcons game. Yes.
Some sporting event.
Yeah. And it was all over social media. Basically, his parents was letting it be known that he was raised privileged, and he was arguing against that adamantly, and that telling everyone he was standing on business. And now he got the whole street saying they standing on business. So I'm pretty sure everyone's seeing what was going on. What's your thoughts on yet another parent versus kid beef? How many of these has we covered in our 38 episodes?
Uzi.
The
Some
seven.
of these kids they too privileged, man.
Yeah.
They too privileged.
So you
T.I.
wasn't
took-
buying him saying he wasn't privileged, that he had to go to his grandmom's house in the project sometimes on weekends?
For fun, maybe, if he wanted to go there.
Yeah, T.I. said he used to cry and beg to go to his grandmother's house. So that's why.
Yeah, but he said he wanted to go there.
Yeah, he wanted to go there because he could play with kids. He was like, yo, we got this big house, this big yard, but nobody to play with.
So you think it's possible he felt caged in?
He definitely was.
I mean, it's possible he wanted to be out there. It's possible he wanted to be about that life, but he wasn't. So
Yeah.
that's the part I don't get him acting like it. The only thing I will say, though, they were wrong for mentioning that he was sucking on a pacifier till 12. I don't see myself purposely trying to embarrass my kids on social media. You know, like I
Yeah.
might post an embarrassing photo or do some shit accidentally as a, silly old parent, but I wouldn't purposely go on a live. Like I know saying something like that on a live, I wouldn't go on my kids' live stream and tell people they was sucking on a pacifier till 12.
He could get the award for embarrassing his kids, because not only did he embarrass his son, but he also embarrassed her daughter with that whole checking to see.
Oh, the gynecologist thing.
There you go. Thank you, G's.
T.I. be bugging. That's my
Is the
boy.
pacifier why his teeth is like out to here?
No.
Those are
are fake,
veneers.
yeah, those
Those
veneers.
fake teeth,
You
chump.
need to get a refund.
But the weird thing is he young. Why
Do
he
you guys
have
remember the
veneers?
bullet bomb from Mario Brothers? The big.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
That's what his mouth looks
No,
like.
you know what his mouth look like? You know that wind up toy with the teeth and the feet, and you
Oh,
wind
grind
it
it.
and it jumps.
We'll
Yeah.
stop.
Yo, that's crazy.
Go ahead, G.
Nah. He was going off though. My thing be this though. Everything gotta be like we wouldn't even know this happened if somebody didn't take their phone out. And I think it was
Record.
him who was on live. Because it was his face, right? I think it was King
I
who
don't
did
know
the
who was
live
actually
when he was going
recording
crazy.
it though. Yeah, was it theirs or his? That part I'm
Yeah,
not sure about.
Because you don't see T.I. in China. You see King and you
Heard
hear
their voices.
back. So I think it was his live. But I don't get it sometimes. With these, everything got to be on social media.
That's the generation
That's
that we're in. So I want to say this while Red is googling what Chomper's teeth look like, is that it's crazy that it went that way. That's a Kawhi laugh. It looks like that. I'll definitely put that in the description for the. That's pretty funny. Is that the messed up part about it is that it is parents against sons, but that it was going this route, G, because he seemed like the type of son that you might have to get physical with, and that'd be the worst part. Because I say I don't believe in hitting my kids, but I will son up if he come at me like that. I gotta be honest. Like, I'm from that generation, right or wrong. That's how it's going down.
I'm gonna talk to you first.
Yeah,
but if you don't get it, and you gonna.
But if you come in there like you're gonna fight me, yeah, like then you're gonna.
But you heard him. Get off me! Get off me, man! Get off me! Yeah, all right. Hands got put on you.
He's trying so hard to be somebody that he's not. Yeah. Like, why? You got imaginary beef. You just.
The hardest thing to be in this world is something you're not.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for him to be himself.
I don't know where he's going with this. Nobody's gonna believe that you're a thug. Yeah, that you're a thug. And I will say this: I understand his plight, because if you're doing music, obviously a lot of rap is struggle music, and you are famous or a rich person's kid, nobody's gonna listen to your struggle music. We're not believing, you know, regardless of what you say, even if it could have possibly been true. Obviously, I think we all agree he's lying, but even if he was dead telling the truth, none of us will believe it, because T.I. is your pops.
That's so, like, who else? What's the dude there? It's Michael Irvin or T.I.
Michael Irvin's son, yes.
Yeah, that
recently
rap.
Michael Irvin
he
wasn't
was like,
about that
man,
life.
he talking about this. His name is this. I said, come on, you can't.
And that was a big debate, because I seen some people saying Michael Irvin should just let his kid live, but I seen people saying like, nah, as a parent, you don't want your son out there telling people how bad your life was and how shitty your parents were when you was there.
Yeah.
You know, so I see both sides of that. Yeah, you know, so that part about it is definitely
Michael Irvin. That's the one that I always be making jokes about on ESPN. One where I says look ashy.
Oh yeah, but he on Fox. But yes,
yeah, he. Come on, man, leave him alone. That man had a rough life.
So, but just saying that whole parent necessarily like not letting their kid shine kind of thing. It's like they're blocking their shine, but no, they're just telling the world.
Be realistic.
Yeah,
like,
the truth.
You wasn't in the hood, bro.
Yeah, and that's what King is really trying to get off so desperately, and nobody is believing it. So he's been going down this path since he was beefing with Charleston White for a while. So he ain't gonna change. I thought T.I. not wash his hands of his son, but as far as talking him out of the path that he was going.
Yeah. That's probably the difficult thing, because King look like he hard-headed as a motherfucker.
Yeah. Ain't nothing worse than that, right?
Yeah, a hard head make a soft ass.
You trying to rap about a life that you never lived. Like,
yeah, you rapping about your dad's life. Maybe something you saw on television.
You were drugged your whole life. Oh, you on drugs.
Picture a nigga with a knee talking about the struggle.
Yeah. At like, 20 some years old.
That don't even rhyme.
This reminds me of something. I'm like, he must be obsessed with his dad's movie ATL, where Nunu is
yeah,
trying to
right?
act
That's
like
probably
she's
what
from
he
the
was.
tray.
Rashad was telling me how Nunu is this and Nunu's so real.
I am real.
You ain't shit. How you even find Cascade? You go buy you a 99-cent dental handbook to show you how to keep it real? The salad fork goes on the other side.
I'm from the tray.
Yeah.
Like, that sounded so lit. Like, that was like me talking about my struggle life from my yacht. Like, yo, let me tell you about the time that I didn't have no food to eat on my yacht. Like, yeah, that's real. That's real believable, Cash. We really believe you right now. We don't believe you, King. We need more people.
Well,
we need more people. More people and new teeth.
Yeah. They gotta trim them things.
Everyone in new teeth.
You got them shits need a trim, boy. You gotta trim them things.
That's it. Yeah, right.
Oh my gosh.
They got some good, and he got money. That's inexcusable.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. But we're gonna move
to Russia.
We're gonna move off T.I. and Chomper. Yeah, we're supposed to talk about their beef, and we're supposed to talk about his teeth. Whatever. We made that make sense for you guys. So, and this is kind of almost a perfect segue, because T.I. is from that community, and he was rapping about a lot of the things that Dr. Umar says is no good for us. So for those who don't missed it, Dr. Umar recently did an interview on Art of Dialogue, and he said hip hop is white supremacy. He said it was a tool of white supremacy that hasn't given anything back to the hip hop community or the black community. He said hip hop has corrupted the minds of black youth, promoted violence and drugs, and disrespected black women. He also said that hip hop has been co-opted by white corporations and artists who exploited and profited from black culture. He challenged black people to reclaim their culture and to create positive music. So do you guys agree with Dr. Umar's opinions on hip hop?
Absolutely, and I love hip hop. Some of the most negative ones is probably some of my favorite songs. But he definitely, he's right, but it's not going to change anything.
Yeah.
Well, hip hop is always changing. Then they say it's evolving, but it's not evolving. It's just not what it used to be. Listen, hip hop was different when it was in the 80s than it is now, and it's in what, about to be 2024. Like
Yeah.
it's
Celebrating the 50th anniversary. That he
There
was
we
talking
go.
about. We celebrating the 50th anniversary, and they basically did shit.
What we have to show for it is a bunch of drill music, a bunch of women rapping about their boxes, and all these fake gang life wannabes. So
Hip hop is basically
and selling drugs.
deadbeat dad to the black community. Basically, wasn't around and hasn't done shit. So before I saw the interview, I wasn't thinking like that because I'm of the mindset, you got your own mind. Parents tell you right from wrong, yada, 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 all that other BS. But when you think about it, whether we want to acknowledge it or not, a lot of our thoughts, how we dress, our opinions and stuff comes from hip-hop culture and influence. And whether you realize it or not, how much these things influence you, especially at a young age. And most of it isn't positive, but these people are rapping what they've been through in their struggle, which is okay. He made the point that, but when they get out of that and they still rap about it, that was his bigger issue, which I could see the point. I just have a bigger issue with him saying hip hop not helping. I don't have that much of an issue with what they're rapping about. I kind of look at it as it is what it is. They rapping what they rap about, but who's promoting it and who's pushing it? At the end of the day, you could only rap about or sing about what you sing about. It's up to other people to actually put it out to the masses. Like, we ain't the only ones that's poor. Don't get it twisted. There's poor whites too, but you don't hear poor white music blasting on their airwaves all the time. You don't hear about them drinking 8 beer cans, beating their wives, and Social Security scamming. No. But with us, our pain music, you hear all of that shit. You hear all about the baby mamas and the violence and the killings. They promote our music to the top.
Yeah.
All our poor people music to the top of the charts. Core country music, white folks, poor people music, the ones that they lift, is not about talking all that negative shit. It's their music is, I just came home and had me a beer, had day at work, now I'm sitting here. That's their music. Yeah. You know, totally different from us.
You're right. But I also understand a lot of them make that music because they don't go through some of the struggles that we go through. That's why hip hop, like, a lot of people can relate to it. Not having food and your mom's on drugs or your father on drugs. Like, a lot of people, especially our age, like that era where a lot of people's parents was on drugs. So when somebody rap about it, you like, I remember them days. Those when you had to go borrow this from this person or that.
So I hear what you're saying, G's, but the only thing is, if you look at the evolution of hip-hop and where it started, a lot of the rap in the 80s was talking about those same things. The message was that type of music. It was a lot different. Curtis Blow and them was rapping about these things, but it was a lot more positive. They was just talking about what they were going through without glorifying it. Yeah. If you saw the message, nothing about that video made you think, oh, that shit look lit. Like, you know?
Broken glass everywhere. People on the stage, they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with the tow truck repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the...
Like when he's saying junkies everywhere. Like you didn't think like, oh, I want to go there. Yeah, you know, like it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas now, like when we got to Hove era and he's telling you he pushing crack and looking at niggas in their series like that's a 4.5 or 4.6.
Ain't no platinum in those Cartiers, switch your frames. Ain't no manicures on board, then switch your plane. Yeah, I mean, like, be true, man. How you think you gonna feel, right? Pull up in your 4.0 with your bitch. I pull up at the 4.6 with my bitch, the C-Max, bumping some other shit. You know, some other shit. You probably hop on my dick right there, right in front of your bitch. Ask me some stupid shit like, yo.
Check this out. What's the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6?
Like 30 to 40 grand, cops.
You know, like shitting on a nigga because you ain't got money. That's a different.
Yeah.
You
Those
know,
ain't Rolex diamonds. What the fuck
exactly.
you done to that?
Now, like, think of 11, 12-year-old us. You think we weren't influenced by that?
Oh, absolutely.
When we were 9, 10 years old, we hear that.
Where we dress and everything.
Yeah, it come from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Shit, Cam made it cool to wear pink.
Yeah, and it's not their fault for putting that out because they rapping what they live. But I blame the distribution companies, the radio companies who are let me not say probably, I know is not on that people that look like us that's promoting that because they're not going to promote your song about getting out the hood and how you want to move your people out the hood. That song ain't going to get no spins. So if it ain't going to get no play, why I'm going to do it?
And that's why I think like the backpack rappers. That's why they're not as successful as some of these. It's weird. A lot of people don't want to hear positive stuff, believe it or not.
And that's where I say I would have to push back on Dr. Umar a little bit, because like, yeah, I see the message, like hip hop could and should be more positive, but at the end of the day, people want to better their situation and get up out of it. We can't just put it on our people to promote something other than what sells, because what other race, culture is putting out music that's not going to sell? They're going to put out what sells.
And yeah, right.
But it's the record execs and the companies that control what's being sold, what's being put out. Like, even with the pop culture, how they had the Jonas Boys, they was trying to push the whole purity thing. It's like, it's always the record execs and the companies that push certain artists more. Even like the show that we watch now, how that white girl's getting pushed, and
yo, I know you heard about this pussy.
Underdogs.
Rap shit.
It's rain on rain, bitches. Okay, he right back in it like it's crack. Cause once you fuck with rain, you ain't never going back. I tell that sucker, put his tongue in it and be done with it. Put his tongue in it and be done. Light skin with a pretty face. You just mad cause your man love my skinny waist. If he don't, then he blind or he might be gay.
This is one of them industries where I think if you look at the totem pole of who has the power, I'm pretty sure the rapper's probably at the bottom. If they're not on the last rung of the ladder, they right above that.
Yeah.
When it comes to the decisions. So if all of a sudden, I promise you, if tomorrow every record about doing everything you can to get out the hood was in the top 10, niggas would start changing their whole, every song they had in the hard drive would be changed into rapping about how they got out the hood instead of catching bodies and, pushing weight and all that stuff. So I understand him from that aspect, but I don't think we could just blame the rappers for it being publicized.
I disagree with the fact that he said hip hop didn't do nothing. No, it gave a lot of people jobs. It fed a lot of people families.
Yeah.
Created a lot of artists.
Yeah, like you
saved a lot of people.
I didn't agree with what he was saying. Like, oh yeah, you come bring clothes, you come bring turkeys. That's something. Don't make it seem like it ain't nothing.
I ain't gonna front. I'm kind of with him there. We don't need no more turkeys.
No, we don't need no more turkeys.
But we need niggas to establish some programs.
When you handing out book bag and school supplies, that helps the community. Everybody don't have.
Let me get a piece of that zoom in camera real quick. Let me real quick. I want to say this: entertainers and black men, I'm gonna need y'all to stop getting a bag and selling us liquor. Because that's what all of y'all run to.
Yes.
The first thing y'all do is y'all get money and come in the hood and try to sell us another liquor. Stop trying to get us drunk.
Yes, I don't care what they say. Suckers really shouldn't play. Hit them with the Hennessy.
If you want to put something in the hood, build a school, build a juice bar, build an after school program, build a YMCA, a library, or some shit. Don't push another cognac or another brandy on us.
Or tequila.
We don't want none of that shit.
We don't want none of that shit. We've been drinking Hennessy for years.
And that's another thing. 50 with your, what is it? Lucha Lumador, whatever the he always hashtags in all his posts. That shit, that liquor.
Cognac?
Yeah, that cognac shit.
And look,
we don't want to drink it.
50. Out with the tequila.
We're not drinking it.
Like all of them do that.
All of them. Niggas get out the hood and try to sell us a liquor. Please stop. Please stop.
Stop it. Get some help.
They get out the hood and they rap about being in the hood, but you're not in the hood.
And that's the point he was making that I agree with. He said that.
You need to change your raps about how you evolve, or like
rap about how you really living.
Yeah, but it'll motivate some people. You telling me you got yachts and shit. I want a yacht too, motherfucker.
That's a fact.
Shit,
and
motivate
before we
me.
move off of this, just to say how it is to be young and impressionable, because I forgot to bring it up over the Ruby Rose thing. But when I heard she made $22K in her first day of OnlyFans and made about $60,000 in 48 hours, for a quick second in my mind, I was like, yo, why wouldn't any woman just do OnlyFans? I was like, why would you even want to work?
Yeah.
But then my grown-up brain realized that they don't all make it. That's just like being an entertainer or an actor or YouTuber, any of that.
Player,
only like 1% make it.
Yeah.
We seeing the 1%, but we not seeing the ones that don't make it.
The
and
99%
body
factor. She just got the it factor. She got the look.
She was semi-famous because you said she was in the Bad and Bougie video. Like she has a name.
But that's
She's
an
not
insult
nobody.
to OnlyFans who do, have sex on camera, because it's like you're not even taking your clothes off.
Because they got to do the most.
Because
they ain't famous, so they don't tell you about the one getting 7 penises for $8.99 a month.
Yeah.
Like, so that's when I realized I'm older now to understand this. But then I realized what it's like to be a young or somewhat more impressionable kid.
Yeah.
Like I had to catch myself.
Yeah.
So that's why that whole impressionable thing could be a thing. So I see where he was coming from.
Yeah, me too.
But if we 50 years in and this is where we at with hip hop, we could argue it's getting worse. I know G said he's a Sexy Red fan. We got to touch on that before the year closes, but that's the kind of music we get now. So I don't think it's getting better.
Nah, it ain't. It definitely ain't.
Like, our role models is not getting any better at all off of that. So we're gonna see. We definitely sounded like we somewhat, we took some of what Dr. Umar said and agreed with it, but some of it had a little pushback. So definitely would like to hear where people stand on it if you think hip hop is to blame for a lot of the problems in the black community. So moving on for that, we got a little bit of time in the segment. We're gonna go long today, pause, since we didn't give y'all a month of episodes. So Malika Andrews, y'all, the nigga hating dolphin.
Flipper, but I know him as James, the nigga hating dolphin. That's what he used to call him. He used to come out of the pool and they throw him in the pool, to scare the black people.
He's at it again. So I don't want to put this all on her because it's not just Flipper being quiet. The NBA media in general has been relatively silent over the Josh Giddey allegation. So for those who aren't aware, Josh Giddey was seen taking a photo with his 16-year-old girlfriend. The allegation surfaced on social media. They haven't been verified, but everyone's seen them photos. And Shorty said she just effed him. So as y'all know, if you watched our last video and if you listened to the show, you should be listening to us. As long as you're not G's and video dude, I'll tell y'all about that conversation. But y'all should have seen this. Yeah. So we already said that she has a propensity of throwing black dudes out there to the wolves when they do something bad. And she was quiet on this. But Des Bryant, so obviously people are aware of her actions, got on her on Twitter saying that she's foul, why she's not talking about this, why it's not being brought up. And then they did release a little snippet statement on it on ESPN. So I just wanted to know real quick if you guys think there's a reason why they're not talking about the Josh Giddey situation.
Oh, it's okay when you accusing a black man of something, but it's a white boy, and now all of a sudden, we're gonna look more into it and get back to you on it.
Need more information.
Why everybody
right?
can't get that? Why everybody else can't get that same treatment?
They definitely didn't give it to Ja.
Definitely not.
Yeah, thank you.
And I don't know if you be remembering your points, G's, but you made that point about Ja getting extra heat for being black.
Yo, I think that, listen, yeah, that's how I feel.
G's at a loss for words. It's not often a 23-year-old could take a picture with a 16-year-old
and it'd be okay.
Like,
and it'd be okay. That. Like, I think that they're going to brush this right under the rug.
It's crazy, y'all, because, again, the John Moran story, all them NBA stories we talk about, it was known. Like, everyone on the show knew that topic, and we knew what was going on because you seen it. It was on your ESPN, it was on your Sports Center, it was on your talk shows. This Josh Giddey thing has been relatively silent. I seen like
very
one
quiet.
video about it, and it was a few weeks ago. I haven't really seen too much about it.
You had to put me up to speed
G's
about
follows
it.
basketball, didn't even know who he was.
Good.
Red is a rare of sports. She's not one of them females that don't know sports, y'all. She knows sports. She didn't know who the F homeboy was. She could name you multiple players from the Chicago Bulls 2011 roster. I promise you. She didn't know who he was.
Bro,
like, they're not touching this the same.
If he was black, bro, he would have been in trouble. He would have been in trouble.
Under the bus, right?
Shit. The parents of the girls probably would have tried to get a bag. Like,
They actually stay in silence, so they probably already get in the bag.
Yep.
Or they like him. He's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
when
he's a
you in
nice
the
kid.
NBA, it makes you know.
How old is he? He's 23, right? 22 or 23?
23, I believe. Being a kiddie dealer is less frowned upon when you're a millionaire.
Yeah.
Let Josh Giddey have worked at Target. Let's see if her parents would have had that same energy.
Oh, definitely.
Well, from what I read online, supposedly she told him she was 19, and he found that out after they had
I don't care what she told him, nigga. You did it.
Then he tried to say, shortly after that he sees contact with her. You know that's lies.
I'm calling Cap.
Kaepernick.
Put a big New York fitted on that.
Kaepernick. Yeah. That's.
They looked awfully cozy in that photo. I could show y'all in the video. Y'all can't see on the podcast, but they was booed up. He was booed up with his 16-year-old.
Chest naked.
16 years old.
I'm pretty sure she had to go to the prep rally right after that.
16 and 19. All right. How does she look? Could she go for $19?
So
to you, did she look like she's 16 years old?
I actually didn't see her because you got to do a lot of sleuthing because she's underage. So a lot of the photos I seen was blurred, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't feel like diving enough to go look for her photo because it was kind of irrelevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was more so worried about the lack of comments we even getting off of this. That's more so what I was going off of. So y'all journalists and media, y'all got to do better. Y'all can't pull the wool over our eyes. Yeah, like we on to you.
Stand on business.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like King and everybody, like Chomper said, stand on business. Like y'all gotta treat all of these athletes the same. Either talk about it all or don't talk about none of it. If it's appropriate for people to know, our video dude found no photo, so he could show you. If it was appropriate enough to bring up what Brandon Miller did on draft night, it's appropriate to bring up what this dude did every time he's playing.
Yep.
But I ain't gonna front though. When he do go to games, they're gonna let him hear it though. He gonna hear that on the road for the rest of the year. Every game, he gonna hear all kind of grape chants and SA chants. It's gonna get ugly for him. You know, people don't let off. He gonna have a rough season. And for those who's wondering, he's having a down season from his stats last year. I wonder why.
That.
Yeah, I'll put up his per game stats for y'all.
Yeah.
But he's struggling.
He's stressed right now.
Yeah, he is. That would
Just
be a
be
stressful
quiet. It'll
situation.
blow over soon. Just
Maybe
be
we
quiet.
could put him in the Diddy photo. Had a bad day. We could put a group photo, a class photo. Diddy, Josh Giddey, Brandon. Who else going in our bad day photo, y'all? Diddy, Giddey, Brandon. Fitty's having a great time. Fitty's having a great time. He ain't in the bad day photo. Who else? Oh, maybe this next person. We'll figure out, y'all. So for those who are unaware, Hassan Campbell was recently caught lacking in the hood in the Bronx. Rez is our residential Bronx analyst. She knows all the ins and outs of the BX. She'll let you know what block he was on and what hood he was disrespecting. But he was going on and on a live stream in front of the Bronx, yo.
I make it sound like I'm the Carmen San Diego of the Bronx.
And he was going in, and then he allegedly, I say allegedly because I don't know, got shot on camera, pulled the bullet out with his own 2 fingers, drove himself to the hospital, and then got checked out. I added those last few.
About to have a new segment now.
I was capping G. But
I'm calling
everything minus him pulling the bullet out did happen. So how y'all feel?
That almost sounds real.
Even if you did
Fact
all
or
of
fiction?
that,
You remember that show?
even if he did all of that, on his way to the hospital, that was before he pulled out the bullet.
No, I was just.
No, he's just joking.
The bullet got pulled out in the hospital.
Yeah, he pulled out of the hospital.
Look, see, I'm having people believing some bullshit.
I seen the video, and really, there was no blood gushing from his arm. Like it didn't look like he didn't have no blood on the sleeve and nothing. So how you got shot in the arm, but it's not the video's telling.
He got shot in his arm and it came out his back. I watched the video of it, right? Now check it out.
The bullet did some Matrix shit, huh?
Right?
He said,
That's
he
some real
said
physicist
that
shit.
he was drinking and he was feeling depressed, and that's why he went over to the projects, because that's where he used to live at. That's where he was molested at by African men, and that's why he was talking all that stuff.
So go
For those who want some backstory,
go carry on like that.
Hassan Campbell was really butthurt because Cassie got some money for what happened to. Oh shit, wasn't he? Yeah, I can't probably use that. Yeah. Cut. Get the knife.
Going. I see Marianne saying, cut the tape. Knife.
But he was hurt about what happened to Cassie and that she got some money and he didn't. So that was the origination of his rant.
He said he was really drunk. You know what he said? He was just like, yo, everybody getting on me when the reality of things, they should have been looking at me like, yo, this guy need help.
Yeah, saying that.
Yeah, he said,
I heard he was getting roasted. But, geez, we know this the internet. You think the internet care about a man having his booty hole violated? They're going to just crack on you.
He giving me Jussie Smollett vibes all over again.
Part 2, Jussie Smollett
strikes
back.
Just a bigger, stockier version.
Yo,
he's another one that could be up there with them.
That's why I said, speaking of the next person, so you're putting him in the photo.
Yo, he could have died. He out there making a drunk video. He's like, yo, I was so drunk. He said he was up the whole night before. He said he didn't even go to sleep that night, and he just went out there and did the video.
He's wilding. I seen one of his fans try to approach him. He had the knife behind his back, telling the fan to keep it moving, son.
This the same one that said he backed down dude that came to assassinate him.
Oh yes. For y'all that don't know, he also did a live stream. Jesus, it looked like you didn't see it. So check this out.
I see this one.
So he called the police, and upon their arrival, there was a 9mm handgun about a few inches away from Hassan Campbell, to which he told the police an assassin came to and tried to assassinate him. He disarmed them, left the gun there on the floor for the police, and the assassin ran.
Oh.
Yeah. So apparently Hassan Campbell is John Wicks in these Bronx streets.
Okay, don't fuck with him.
So a little backstory, but apparently he couldn't dodge this bullet.
He said they shot 4 times.
So he dodged
3 of them.
Okay.
No, they found 2 casings.
Yeah, just if you guys want a
They
little
found 2 cases.
backstory, I think I did see. It says the police confirmed the shooting, but no arrests have been made. Yeah, because when you shoot yourself, there's no one to arrest.
He
except
said they shot from up the hill. It was like 2-3 shooters. He's like, yo, let me tell you, I gotta tell you what he was saying. He goes,
niggas got sniper range.
I gotta say this because he was just saying, you know what he said? He goes, yeah, they shot from up the hill and they had one. It was 2 or 3 of them, but they had one gun.
Projects, right?
Yeah. He was like, they had one gun and they were trying to pass the gun back and forth and shoot at me. I said, what?
How you got assassins that got to
Bro.
share a gun?
These
These the brokest assassins I've ever heard of.
He goes, this is when I knew they was amateurs. I said, what?
Some real Malibu's most wanted.
Yeah, right?
He did a live stream after he got out the
Yes.
hospital, and the thing was on his left arm. When he showed it to the camera, it was a little hole. When you get shot, it takes.
Yo, first of all, for those who don't see, you'll see it in the video. My man was in the car with no blood, no nothing, calm and smooth as fuck. The same way I'm talking to you guys now on this podcast. Like, damn, yo, I think I just got. Yo, was
Like
that
you
a
just
hole
didn't
in my
get
shirt?
burned with a slug. Like them shits burn.
Yo, my man was talking like
he said he's been shot before.
Right.
He said he's been shot
he
before.
was talking like he got a paper cut or something. Like, oh, it hurts. See this bullet hole? Damn.
He also said that even though he said YouTube cut out the part where he got shot.
Because you can't show it.
Yeah.
So here's the part for y'all that don't know. A little digging by that wasn't done by me. I actually saw this on Poetry Flacco's channel. Is that was supposed to be a live stream, which make you think, oh, like how could you edit a live stream if he got shot? On StreamYard, you can edit live streams. If you pay attention to the footage, you actually see jump cuts in the footage that he posted. So when you post live footage on StreamYard, you can actually go and you could put edited footage. So you could make a live recording, edit it, then upload it on the StreamYard as a live recording. So when you see jump cuts, obviously it ain't a live recording. Things have been edited out of it. So who knows what he took out, but I'm pretty sure the parts that's missing would Scooby-Doo solve this mystery.
Yeah, he said YouTube did it.
Yeah, but yeah, depending on how you put it together, people might not see that. I don't know how he did it. I assume he cut it because how it looks pretty seamless. As an editor, I could tell it was seamless, but I saw the cut.
Cash, he said himself. He said YouTube did that.
No, but that's not a cut. How YouTube work, if you put some shit in your video that's not supposed to be there, they taking that whole video down. It's just going down. They're going to black it out and you got to re-upload it and take that part out. There's not a part missing. It's straight. It looks like a cut, like a part was just straight up cut out of it. Yeah, like cut and stitched together again.
He said that. He was like, the video wasn't like that. He's like, I filmed everything. He said.
And it wasn't just on YouTube because, again, StreamYard is where he posted the live video, which is another streaming platform.
He was like, yeah, they did that. He said, I had nothing to do with that. He said he actually was trying to, in the car, he actually was trying to turn the phone off. He wasn't trying to
I'm calling cap on all of it.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. It hasn't changed my opinion, but I hear you, though.
Yeah.
I'm not in my head convincingly, but I don't believe
He
none
said
of
that
it.
he wasn't trying to videotape him driving to the hospital. He said he was trying to turn it off.
Oh, yeah.
Just like how he was trying to turn it off, an old boy was talking to him.
Yeah, right.
Who that?
Nigga just did a whole 45-minute Denzel rant in front of Bronx Park talking about, I'm the police. King Kong ain't got nothing on me. And now you don't know how to work your phone? Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Now you know how to work a live. Denzel.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Man, listen, for those of y'all who don't know, Hassan Campbell is not popping like he used to. I think this is all for clout. He's trying to build his shit back up to do whatever. Yeah, he's not popping anymore. Nobody cares about what happened to his butthole, so now he's going on to the next
campfire stories, how he's backing people down with guns.
I promise y'all, if he got 30 mil from African Bombada like Cassie got from Diddy, he wouldn't be doing none of this shit.
He wouldn't be doing none of that shit.
He would probably be
somewhere. Even know who he is.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So, sorry, man. We're going to have to give you, we don't believe you. Need more people.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
He too old to be acting like this, man.
You're too tough.
Clout's a hell of a drug.
Tough. He'll want to be. Why you going at the projects, going in Bronx River projects at like 8, 9 in the morning? You see people either trying to sleep or they going to work. They ain't trying to hear that. I'm waiting for somebody to say, "Yo, shut the up."
Hey, yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, right. I'm surprised that didn't come out.
Well, I mean, they was throwing the bottles at him.
I'm about to say that's what they said in the 80s. In
bottles.
2023, they throw bottles at you.
I'll stab your mother. I was like, oh, okay.
Which is what he said. And even upon, if you examine the footage, even that bottle, the trajectory, everything looks off. Like the whole shit. Yeah, like
it was coming from the side.
as someone who lives on the 11th floor, just know the trajectory of a bottle coming from an upper floor looks a little different.
Yo, he said.
Don't ask me how I know.
He said, "Yo, that." He said, "I know I was drunk because that bottle could have hit me in my head. I could have died. I wouldn't even be here."
So one did whiz by him. One just landed on the floor, and even the other
We're
one.
going to do some CSI ballistics and get back to y'all on that.
Yeah, we'll do some more detailed analysis on this subject, but I don't think it warrants anymore.
Nah.
We're gonna all just give him the Cappington Award. So Hassan Campbell, you get in that group shot with Diddy and all the rest of them for the Had a Bad Day mugshot, okay? We're just gonna turn this into a group photo. So that was the last subject we had for you guys. We had a long show. Pause again after skipping the episode last month. So we getting ready to get out of here. Once again, thank all of you guys for joining us. 2 more weeks. We're going to have an episode before Christmas, but it might come out after then. But being that that's the last episode of the year, we're going to try to have do something special for you guys. I don't know yet. Like Joe and them already did pod giving, so we can't take their idea, but we got to do something nice for Christmas. We're going to figure it out. I'm going to get with the team and we're going to work. All right. So make sure you guys listen to the latest episode. I already told you, Spotify, Apple, Google, leave a comment, subscribe. Good pods as well, because we be growing on there. And the YouTube, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, help us get to that 4,000 hours. We need some more schmeckles so we can buy some more stuff for the podcast, and we no longer talk about trying to send G's to a party that he don't belong at. We don't want to pimp G's out for views. It's not okay.
Content over everything.
He is COE though, I know. You did say that, G's. So you be with it. But just because he's with it don't mean I got to submit him to it. Another bar for y'all. Do y'all got any closing words for the audience?
Yo, holla at us, you heard?
Boom, 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 boom. Follow me, don't follow me.
Yes, we will be back in 2 weeks, and make sure you guys listen. We appreciate you guys as always. Make it make sense.
You want 1 or 2 bricks, blocks of straight fish, okay, the truth is I don't know you. A small town that got an itch, I'm there when you need a fix. I could show you a thing or two. Go up, you come down, drive around and find me. I mean, time after time. Got the fiends and they lean sniffing the finest. I mean, line after line.
Lennox Terrace was my stash house, right by the bathhouse. Moving twice a day, had them bringing cash out. Hefty bag, now they wasn't bringing trash out. Like that posse out in Brooklyn, we would mash out. Bodybuilder, I be slinging weight around. Tell Ben Affleck I got something to wake the town. See, I made it round. Yeah, making rounds 25 wholesale. 43, you break it down. Break it down.
I don't need consignment. I'm going dime after dime. Corner stoops, get the coupe, yellow bone palette. I'm going dime after dime. Yeah, the fees gon' be waiting. Dime after dime. The fees gon' be waiting. Dime after dime.
The odds will cut you, cops will cuff you, blocks are rough too. Lennox Sound, bros get snatched up, dudes get clapped up, the whole neighborhood trapped up. Your lieutenant Graham. Soon as I came down, weight pound, end up the same town, lay down, by any means. Amtrak, Peter Pan, Greyhound, they ran, sold it anywhere. Walmart, project building, playground. I be everywhere. West Midwest, up north, way down. Will respect me, still protects me, still come check me. No wholesale, and you can't dissect me or redirect me. Don't talk directly or no sale.
There's no cooking low, I don't need consignment.